What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we are going to talk about Sharon Rogers and some of the speculations that I had for this character. It looks like they're going to be coming to fruition because Netmarble, specifically CM Yuri, let the cat out of the bag yesterday because he posted this thing right here. However, he immediately took it down. But the damage was done because someone already took a picture of it and then they reposted it. And this is pretty freaking wild. So here we got to look at the new Sharon Rogers uniform. So this is all confirmed. I mean, I know that Danny Koo confirmed it also on Twitter, but this is freaking sweet. Now look at her. She looks pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. And this lance looks pretty wild. We'll see what that thing entails, but she looks pretty cool. But the thing is, the first thing you're going to notice is, after the 9/22 update, which is just in a few more days, so we know when we're actually going to be getting this thing. We got confirmation of the date. And then we kind of scroll down here and we see this here. Now, this is pretty freaking nuts. Now, something about Sharon Rogers has always been, it's good, especially the way she plays in her new uniform or in her newest uniform, but it also kind of sucks, right? Because you have to take damage to deal more damage. Even when you do your tier 3, you still have to. Now, we don't know what skill this is actually on. We don't know. I mean, right now, her damage accumulation is actually on her 3rd skill. So you can assume that more than likely this is going to be on her 3rd skill. Now, look at this thing. This is crazy. Accumulate 10% of true damage dealt to the enemy regardless of defense and dodge rate. So right there, she's going to have an automatic accumulation based on how much damage you deal. Which means that whenever you're playing with Sharon Rogers, you can just run through your skills. Beep, 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 beep. You don't have to sit there and wait around, forward around. You don't have to time your skills against your opponents, because a lot of times when you're trying to take damage, right now you'll hit your 3, and maybe your 3-5. You try to take a little damage from Null, Mephisto, whoever it may be, and then deal the big blow. Whereas now, if this is true, right, you got to take this with a bit of salt. I'm really 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure this is going to be true, because this is going to be the next step up for Sharon Rogers. They always do a God tier upgrade for this character. Every uniform they put in here for her, it's just God tier, God tier, God tier, God. They just up the ante every single time. And this would really skyrocket, but it really gets a whole lot better than this, because they're going to be giving her plus 2%. Plus 2%. There is, as far as I know, there is no character in this game that has a damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal that is plus 2%. None. I don't know of any. In fact, the only character I think that has a really, really close one is, I believe it's Magneto. I think Magneto's the one. Where's old Mags at? I think Magneto's the only one. I mean, yeah, he's got a 1.5%, right? And I don't think anyone else has anything higher than that. Sharon Rogers is going to be getting a freaking 2%. That is freaking over the top. Oh my God. And not only that, but they're going to keep the 10-second, duration for her damage accumulation, which means she's going to always have this thing available. And the other thing that's beautiful about this is, whenever you do your 3, 4, 5, and we don't know what the rotation is going to be, but it's been pretty much typical in the last couple of uniforms as far as your rotation, although now you can actually delay it better with the newest uniform. But anyways, it's pretty much the same thing, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. But now you can just literally cancel your skills into each other, right? And that's something else I'm really hoping. I'm hoping we're going to have a lot of extra residual damage from the skills, because currently right now, Sharon Rogers gets a lot of residual damage from her 5th skill. All those spears that come flying down, she gets tons and tons of residual damage. And then they're going to give her a heal. Now, this is something that I was speculating and hoping for whenever we saw the data mines, because right now this girl, all she has is a little 10% recovery of max HP heal, which is pitiful. This is terrible, because once you start getting higher levels of Null, you're going to find that she's a lot harder to keep alive. Even though she has, a decreased damage received, she just becomes much more difficult to keep alive because she doesn't have a very good heal. But now she's going to have 100% recovery. That is crazy. That means every single rotation, if this is on her 3rd skill or a skill on her kit, she is going to be able to heal maximum every time. They give Shang-Chi a freaking 100% heal on his tier 3 and a 50% heal on his 3rd skill. And they're going to give Sharon Rogers 100% recovery, more than likely on her skills. Right? And I almost bet you money they're going to keep the decreased damage received on her. She might even be good for PvP. She might, well, she might be decent for PvP. We'll see. She's always been more of a PvE character, although originally when she came out, she was good in PvP, to be fair. And then they're going to give her the 100% ignore target dodge rate by 100%. Now, here's the thing about this, right? This is the thing that's really awesome because she's going to have 100% ignore target dodge. You don't need any ignore dodge strikers against Null. You don't need nothing. Which means you can use damage to supervillain strikers. So not only are you going to have the damage accumulation based on damage you deal, you don't have to sit and wait around, time your skills. You can just run through it, time your damage procs, right? And you can scale your damage even higher by using damage to supervillain strikers instead of using ignore dodge strikers. Now, this wasn't a massive deal because we could already use Valkyrie and get that 30% ignore dodge. And then we had, we run a CTP of energy on Sharon Rogers, right? Which would be about a total of 70% ignore dodge. So really, we really didn't have to worry about damage to supervillain strikers. But for those of you that don't have Valkyrie, or for those of us that can't use Valkyrie because she's considered an alien in certain stages against Null and Mephisto, this is going to be massive, right? Well, really for Null, not really for Mephisto, but for Null, this is massive. Right? You can always have just regular damage to supervillain strikers. So you can literally have, 50% extra damage to supervillains or have extra attack, whatever it may be as far as strikers, and just scale her damage up in that way because she's going to have the ignore target dodge rate by 100%. I mean, they always go above and beyond when it comes to Sharon Rogers. This is just nuts. This is nuts. And this is the way to, increase her god tier status, right? Because every time she gets a uniform, every time this girl gets one, right? I mean, look at this. When she got this baby, this was god tier. Compared to this, it was god tier. She was like, pew! She just skyrocketed. ABX meta, freaking destroying everything. And then this thing showed up, right? Which is still currently my favorite, looking uniform. And it just, it just like she was just murdering everything, right? And then she gets this. Every time it has been an insane upgrade for this character. And now she's going to be getting another one, that looks like this right here. And if this is true, if all this is true right here, all these stats here, then this baby is going to be nuts. Oh, I am completely looking forward to this. And some people, they're probably not going to be happy about it. They're probably going to be like, oh my God, once again, Netmarble's upgrading their babies. Well, I mean, that's what they've always done. They've always upgraded their babies. I mean, to be fair, they haven't really taken care of Crescent, right? I mean, Crescent kind of got the boot quite a bit. She really never was that good. I mean, she was okay, but she was never that good. And I never really thought she was fun to play, but that's just a preference thing. So they don't always treat their babies well. But when it comes to Sharon and Luna, I mean, honestly, after seeing this with Sharon Rogers, can you imagine what they're going to do for Luna? I mean, Luna's already got a damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal, right? But I mean, oh my God. I mean, it's hard telling what they're going to do for that character. But as far as Sharon Rogers, this is insane news. This is crazy. I mean, we do want to take it with a pinch of salt. We really do. I mean, it's not 100%, but I mean, come on. It looks pretty accurate to me. We'll see. Like I said, man, they always give her a god tier upgrade. So I am looking forward to this. She is going to be over the top, my friends. So let me know how y'all feeling about this news about Sharon Rogers. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.